Very warm welcome to the Trading Mentor. Hope you're well this morning. Just going to go into the markets to give a very important update. This is a great slogan. We saw this the other day, didn't we? Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. In other words, buy the signals, as many signals as you want, but you won't learn how to make money. Teach a man to fish, feed him for life. So learn how it's done. A quick disclaimer before we go in. All the information that we give is for educational purposes only. Please make your own decisions and do your own research. We do not offer any investment advice. We are not regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. And so let's go into the markets. It's 10:45 a.m. on the 28th of May. We don't expect anything to be happening today because we've got the bank holiday weekend. So volumes are very light this week and prices are very volatile, aren't they? I don't know if you've recognized that. But here's a really important lesson. We're looking at the advanced charts, but don't worry about that for the moment. Let me just qualify and clarify. Even if you're on the basic chart package, you can go into a daily chart. Even if you're on the basic package, you can get the MACD. The MACD is not perfect. It is a lagging indicator, so it's not ideal, but it is a useful tool for several reasons. One is a continuation of a trend. So you could have sold this Aussie Canadian, anywhere here, 95.52, went down to 93.40. Yeah, now that's the MACD. The other more interesting indicator for me is the parabolic trend. Now the parabolic acts as support below the price, or it acts as resistance above the price. Whilst we have the parabolic above, then that indicates that the price is highly likely to continue down. If we have the parabolic below, the price is highly likely probably to continue up. Simple. So now let's look at the situation. Now it's 0.9340. We bought this 0.338, so we're up 2 pips. So now we can see now things have changed, haven't they? There is no longer resistance for this price, giving it the freedom to rise, if that makes any sense. And we also have the MACD just crossed up, gone green on the histogram. So this is an advanced chart trade. But let me clarify. Once you have this situation for you, your basic chart will say exactly the same. Now on the right we have the advanced chart. Now let me explain a little bit clearer. So this is the downtrend. So this is the advanced chart. If you haven't got the advanced chart, then everybody should have the advanced chart. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying any more than that. I don't mind if you get it or you don't. But at the end of the day, you're going to make more money. You're going to get in earlier and you're going to make more money. Here's the continuation of the downtrend on the right for the Aussie Canadian. So let me show you here. We had a seller indicator here at 96.40. So we had the resistance line at the top here. We had the parabolic on the left. Can you see that? And so this resistance line is your trailing stop. So these are signals. So there's one signal there, another 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 signal there and there, and so on and so forth. But all you do, I mean, there's various ways of dealing with this, and that comes with the training for the advanced, and the training is one-to-one, by the way. So, for instance, with this indicator here, we don't wait for the crossover. We're not interested in that. All we need to see is the price moving below both of those moving averages. We just use the blue line here, the resistance, to trail your stop and lock in profits along the way. You might have got stopped out there, fair enough, and you would have re-entered there. But by that time you would have locked in probably 150 pips, and then off it goes again. And then you trail it again, and you trail it again, and you trail it again until you're stopped out. So there we have it now. So now what's happened is we have a MACD cross up on the left, and we have the parabolic confirming there's support for this price. In addition to that, on the advanced, we have the buy indicator. Makes sense so far? And so, low volumes today, so this is going sideways, so we're not going to see much action. But as you can imagine, once this price starts to move, if it does, then of course we're going to be in it again and again. This is called compounding. So when you open a position here, it's a very small position, and then when it comes back on you, it's fine, and then you add to the position as it continues upwards. Let's have a quick look at the US Canadian, which is a similar situation. Yes, so here we go. So let me show you that again, just so you can see and clarify. You don't need the advanced. But if you had them, you'd make more money. Is it making sense yet? Is it making sense yet? So there's the sell there, right back there at 124.75. Everything's saying look out below. So you just simply follow it along, and this is over, we've had profits on this in the last few months, but you just simply follow it until you're stopped out. You might have got stopped out there. Big deal. Enter again here, stopped out there for a small profit. And so what's the situation is now very similar to the Aussie Canadian, and this is now moving into profit. You've got the MACD crossed up. You've got the parabolic confirming support for this price to go higher. We have a support here on the right, which confirms a buy. As we got into it, I think 120, where was it? 120.81, so we're up a little bit, it's fine. We don't mind how long it takes to make profits. You know, the days of day trading have long gone, and anyone tells you any different, then they're either lying or they've got more time on their hands than they should have. So yeah, so we're in this. I mean, we could move the stop to 120.50, something like that, if you like. But a very simple system. You don't need the advanced. However, when you see that I've sent a chart out and it doesn't agree with your chart, don't trade it. Don't trade it. It doesn't make any sense, because what are you learning? So what you want to do is wait until your chart agrees. So let's see if we can go to the hourly chart. Let me just have a look here. This is the yen which we make profits on. Let me just swap this over to the US Canadian. So for instance, if I have a buy on the advanced, go to your hourly chart and just see if you agree. So this is the 200 moving average versus the 100. So if the price is moving above both, then it's highly likely probably to continue. You may also have a 50-day moving average here as well. It's up to you. Or even a 20-day. That's fine. To make it simple, if you have confirmation, as we do here, then buy it and then trail a stop. A very good trailing stop is a 50-day moving average actually on the hourly chart. This is an hourly chart. So it's a very good way of getting into the position and locking in profits fairly quickly, even though nothing's happening. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it, at the moment? But the techniques are very successful in terms of advance because it gets you in early and it gives you more profits. However, if your chart does not agree, don't trade it. Treat the charts as a warning for a buy or sell, if you like. Go to your chart and just say, hold on, mine doesn't agree yet. So it's a warning for a buy, possibly, and then wait for your moving averages to confirm it. So if you're using these moving averages, then there is confirmation the price is going to go higher. Or if you're using the ribbon, then just wait for the price to move up away from the ribbon, before you enter, because it's a much safer position. Hopefully that's helpful. Don't forget to ask any questions in the members area if you have any. Well, have a great weekend. It's a nice sunny weekend apparently. Believe it when I see it. Have a great weekend.